How's it going, people? So, a couple days ago now, I made a video talking about how buying old games might be cheaper than you think. To the people saying emulate, I understand. I get you. The video was made, though, for people who you might think it's weird, or like me, who prefer to play like this, the old way, and that type of thing. And when I first made this channel and started getting into games like that, I thought things were going to be a lot more expensive than they were. And it turned out, like I said, besides the outliers and the heavy hitters that a lot of people want to play, games like these here you can get for mostly less than 15 bucks. So that was just kind of a video telling people that might be thinking about starting to buy older games that a lot of them are still about a quarter of the price or lower of what they used to be. So I have an analog pocket. I get it. I understand where all of you are coming from. I wasn't trying to say don't do anything or do something a certain way. There's a million ways to play a video game. It's just a hobby like any other type of thing. You got books. Some people like hardcover books only. Some people like the soft cover. Some people try to collect, get first editions. Some people are fine with Kindles and reading that way. Personally, I like the good old just flimsy paperback. Nothing like folding it over and grabbing it, getting it thick in that deep in that grip and just holding it like this, fold it over. That's how I prefer. Kind of feels more casual. I like physical because you can smell the pages, the earthiness of it, the tree in it. And then, as you can see here, if I buy a hardcover, it's like a special version, and I don't really intend on reading it. I think the hardcovers are nicer, but they're more of a collector thing for me. I have very little of them compared to what I actually read, and it's a hobby. No right way, no wrong way, just do it the way you see fit. So, that out of the way. Another reason I wanted to do this video is just to kind of like talk with you guys. It's been a while and just got through Dead Space on the channel. That was a crazy game. A lot of respect for Isaac Clarke. He seems like a good guy to root for. Just a regular Joe kind of employee that's called to that ship. Gonna have a full video on that coming out, but what a story. He seems like a guy that would like resist the New World Order. He wouldn't accept it with open arms. Got a little fight in him. Um Speaking of that, so some reasons I personally like playing the way I do, didn't really fully explain it, but kind of like in a world where everything is going digital and I think people do a lot of unintentional things, I'm kind of trying to do more um analog stuff, I guess, taking it back to the old way cuz I think that when you do that, you have more control over your own decisions. For instance, a lot of people are talking about playing old games on their phone, but even if you go to your phone with the intention of playing that game or whatever you're picking up your phone for, how many times do you randomly open an app that catches your eye because it has a icon or a notification pops up and before you know it you're just doing something you didn't even want to do in the first place and you never did the thing you wanted to do in the first place. It's probably a problem, more or less for different types of people, but it's definitely a trap I fall into. Or someone sends you a video and it opens up YouTube or Twitter or whatever, and you watch that video, but then the next video plays automatically, and before you know it, you watch like seven, and you're there for like 10 minutes. So I've actually, it's not just with games. I've started doing that with music too. Started buying some old CDs that I lost over the years and I got my old iPod up and running. It's actually out in my lunchbox in my car, but so I'm not, it's not just a gaming thing. It's just like how I am personally trying to, and it's hard. I'm not going to lie to you. It's hard. And it is inconvenient, but I think in the inconvenience, you just end up doing, what's the best way I can explain this? So you put a game in your Xbox, physical, and that's how you play your games. Well, now it's in. Go back and sit on the couch. I can't just change between the 80 games that are on my Xbox. And I'm more likely to just stick it out with that game. And not only that, when I was playing like modern gaming all the time, like Call of Duties and Apex and like all the in games, the competitive things, the grind, all that stuff. In the moment, I would say to myself, I want to play Call of Duty more than, oh, I don't know, the new Dead Space remake. But the following day, I would be mad at myself that I didn't spend time on that solo story game and made progress on it. I just grinded a pointless Call of Duty that, I'm never going pro in it. I suck. And it's just a dopamine. It's like a drug. The store, man, the stupid stuff I used to buy like 5 or so years ago on those stores. Ay, ay, ay. So there's that aspect where you have to be more intentional with that decision, because it's just inconvenient to make a change on that decision. It's not just a simple close the game, open the game on a dashboard. And then I just in general don't like the world going more digital and not owning and renting everything. So for me, it's kind of like a little rebellious thing in it, I guess, to buy things physically and own them again. But that's just silly, I know, but that does feel kind of good. I'm not gonna lie. So that's definitely a little aspect, rejecting modernity in a way, I guess. Not all. I mean, I'm streaming, so I'm not rejecting all of it, but I don't want to just have Game Pass for $30 a month and what, $360 a year, and then at the end of the year I have nothing to show for it beside. Yeah, you have your memories and your experiences. I get it. I'm not saying everyone has to be like me. It's just how I am personally, and I like instead being more intentional with my money, spending it on things I actually care about, and then I have them to go back and experience instead of just, oh, I want to play that game. Let me rent this service again. It's just how I am, and it's how I see it. Like I said, there's a million ways to do a hobby. And finally, the last one. I recently made a video on kind of nostalgia. I like to think about nostalgia more often than I should, probably because on my job I'm alone and I have a lot of time to think, but it's like more not like thinking about what I'm nostalgic for, just what is nostalgia in general. And for instance, one reason that I've been thinking about that maybe I seem to be a little bit more on the nostalgic side than some people around me. Hopefully my mom didn't have a bunch of Tylenol. I don't, can you even say, I don't know. Can you say that joke? Who knows what you can say on here? But I went for a drive recently, and it's kind of something I've been thinking about for me is in one little drive, I can drive by where my first house that I have memories in as a kid, gone. Nothing there, just some grass and some small trees. And the school that I went to up until 6th grade, gone. Dirt. The high school that I went to, closed. The mall that I grew up going to, enjoying, gone. They tore it down and now there's something else there. And then the house that I grew up in, still there after the first house that I remember, my second house. It's still there, but it's sold. And everyone moved out. But anyway, I was thinking about that. Maybe that's why, because I can't go and revisit these places, even just to drive by. Maybe that's why I am like this and want other things from that era, the 2000s. I don't know. Just a small thing. Just chatting with you guys. Oh, and by the way, the stream is back to officially Monday and Wednesday nights again, like we were doing, but kind of got away from it. Got away from me, I should say. Had nothing to do with you guys, but over the summer. But we're gonna hit on that again, and then the weekends will be just like before, as work allows, because I don't get Saturday, Sunday off. So it's whatever I could fit in. Most of the time, it will be Saturday night or Sunday night, I would say. Sometimes Friday, sometimes 2 days out of the weekend. It will vary based on what I got going on in life and what work is like. And in the streams, I like, we're getting some new people in there. It's kind of nice because, yeah, we're playing a game, but I kind of like want to talk about things, what's going on in the world, you know, what everyone's doing. I like talking to the community. So if you just want to, like, I try to keep it pretty chill, hanging out in the basement. And, oh, yeah, to the person who said my basement was all right and looked cool, but needs paint on the wall. Looks pretty all right when the light's off, right? I think so. I think it looks all right in here. I'm worried about painting down here because, like, fumes, but it might take a while to get out. But I think it looks fine when the lights are off and I have the backdrop up. Let me know anyway. I don't know. So yeah, the video blew up for me, the last one. So I just got a lot of new subscribers actually. I think it might be the most subscribers I have from one video, honestly. I have to look at the analytics, but so I just wanted to address kind of what's going on here. The videos you'll see are game reviews on games that I think I have enough to say on. And then kind of videos like this, just me just talking about stuff, things happening, gaming, random big news. I don't talk about like gaming news, obviously daily stuff and the drama, the little knick-knack paddywhack going back and forth. That stuff I don't care about. But big stuff will like Stop Killing Games or something like that. I try to talk about. That's about it, guys. Just wanted to address, since so many people saw that video, got some comments, just, talking about why I'm doing what I'm doing, and I understand all the other aspects of it, and just rambling at this point, so I guess I'll end it. I don't even know what I'm going to title this video. What is this video? I hope that everyone has a wonderful rest of the week, and I hope to see you in the live streams so we can talk about some things happening in the world, some gaming stuff. Take care, guys. Peace.